When Orville heard that Charlie saw the doorway, he hurriedly said, "Mr. Charlie, please help our eldest lady." Charlie nodded and said, "Miss Song, the feng shui in your room was not originally a trapped dragon, but this year is your natal year. Your own lifestyle has changed during this life year. It doesn't fit in with the feng shui of this room, so it forms a big trapped dragon formation." After all, Charlie said again, "I want to change the feng shui of your room now. It may cause damage to your room, and I hope you don't mind." Warnya said immediately, "Mr. Please, even if you demolish this house, I have no objection." Charlie nodded and said to the housekeeper, "Uncle Boyu, please find a crowbar." Boyu immediately said, "I will get it now." After a while, Boyu came in with a metal crowbar and asked, "Mr. Wade, is this all right? Give it to me." Charlie looked around carefully, then pinched his fingers to make the final decision, then took a few steps in the room, pointed to a piece of wooden floor under his feet, and said, "Mr. Orville, please pry this floor open." Orville nodded, did not go to help immediately, but looked at Mr. Lai and punched him in the abdomen. With this punch down, Mr. Lai immediately spit out a mouthful of blood and wailed on the ground. Orville is a gangster like that, who has very practical experience. After this punch, Mr. Lai has no ability to sit up, let alone escape. After that, Orville took the crowbar from Boyu and raised the floor according to Charlie's instructions. The floor was pried open, exposing the concrete floor. Orville asked him, "Mr. Charlie, what should I do next?" Charlie said lightly, "The trapped dragon array must have a central axis, so I just deduced it. Below this should be the central axis of the trapped dragon array. The central axis of the trapped dragon array is driven by water, and the water flows through the eyes. It will produce the effect of locking the fortune, so if I am not wrong, there should be a water pipeline under this cement." "Really?" Orville asked in surprise. "Mr. Charlie, can your eyes see through?" Charlie said indifferently, "It's not a perspective, but a deduction through the 5 elements and knowledge. For example, if you see the lights on the roof turn on, you can guess that the roof must be buried in telecommunications." What Charlie said were all feng shui mysteries recorded in the 9 profound heaven scriptures. Most people don't understand feng shui formation at all, so they can't guess where there is water or fire. At this time, Charlie said again, "I think the cement on the water pipe should be very thin. You can see if you hit it hard with a crowbar a few times." "Good." Orville suddenly slammed the concrete floor hard, breaking a thin layer of concrete away in a few strokes. Everyone held their breath and watched, and as expected, they saw Orville smash a PVC water pipe as thick as a thumb from the cement. This kind of water pipe leads from the aisle to the bathroom, but there is only this one. That is, in a huge house, the water pipe can be anywhere. However, Charlie was able to directly point out the specific location of the water pipe, which was a bit shocking. "It's amazing." Not only Orville was stunned, but Warnya and Boyu were also dumbfounded. "It's amazing to be able to find out the water pipes hidden in the cement." Charlie said again, "Break open the water pipe and let the water spill out. Once the water comes out of the formation, it will break down the formation. Once the formation collapses, it will no longer exist." Warnya hurriedly said, "Mr. Orville, you must smash this water pipe." Orville nodded and smashed the floor several times before smashing the water pipe. A large swath of water mist spewed out in a flash, and Charlie, Warnya and Boyu all hurriedly backed away to avoid it. When the water gushed out, Charlie discovered that the dragon formation had also been completely abolished because of the fatal damage. Afterwards, Charlie said to Boyu, "Turn off the water valve, the dragon formation has been broken." "This is broken?" Everyone looked incredulous. Charlie said calmly, "It has been broken, and Miss Song's fortune has been suppressed for so many days, and she should soon flourish." Just after speaking, Warnya's phone rang. Mr. Song, the American side called and said that they made a mistake in the sample. "It is not our problem. Our goods are all qualified." "Great." Warnya really took it. As soon as this breaks the formation, it immediately revolves. As soon as she hung up the call, she immediately said to Charlie with a look of gratitude, "Mr. Charlie, you are such a god. Thank you so much." Charlie smiled slightly and said, "Miss Song, you are welcome. I have also been entrusted by Mr. Orville to come and help. All should be done." Hearing this, Orville was so moved that he almost cried. He didn't expect that Charlie could still remember to speak for him at this time. In this way, he would definitely be able to remember his work with Missy. He has always wanted to hug the eldest lady's thigh, but the eldest lady is more repulsive to people of his origin, so he has always been able to wander around the edge of the Song family's industry. With this credit, you will be able to enter the Song family's direct line of troops. Warnya looked at Mr. Orville and said, "You took interest in this matter, and I will remember it." Orville hurriedly said, "Miss, this is my business." Warnya nodded. In front of Orville, she was still the tall lady, but in front of Charlie, she was very respectful. At this time, Warnya's cell phone rang again. "It's Gongzi Lee from Hong Kong Lee family." "Young Mr. Lee?"